You move, how your technique is when you strike a ball. Okay? So let's apply the markers on him now.
Okay, we're going to go for a full body marker set here. Essentially what we're looking for is we've got 10 infrared cameras that are going to sample 300 times a second. And hopefully what we get then is a three-dimensional reconstruction of exactly what happens during your kick.
Este processo chama-se captura de movimento em 3D. É usado pelos animadores de jogos de computador, mas é a primeira vez que serve para analisar o remate de Ronaldo.
The most important bits, of course, are going to be on the leg, so we can then identify just how fast his leg is travelling. So we put these clusters on this part here. Stick this down.
So that's for the joint. Yeah. How often will you do free kick practices in terms of practicing your technique?
Depends, 1 time per week.
Once a week? You just do it after training, just repeated?
Yeah. 25 balls, that.
20, 35 balls?
Yeah.
Do you generally do it with a goalkeeper in there?
Yeah, with goalkeepers, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Beautiful.
Okay. So now we're going to do your free kicks. But I'm not going in goal. We've got your former teammate, Jerzy Dudek.
Hello.
How are we doing?
Hi, Chris. I'm good. Nice to meet you.
Good man.
Well, let's go.
Let's get set.
Andy montou o laboratório com a baliza a 20 metros de distância. Primeiro, Ronaldo marcará um livre com a técnica que usa para fazer a bola sobrevoar uma barreira de defesas.
Okay, Ronaldo. And play.
Pode acabar no piscar de olhos ou, mais concretamente, em 900 milésimos de segundo. Mas o que acontece durante esse tempo é fascinante. Para a bola descrever uma curva, Ronaldo tem de a atingir no ponto certo.
This is something that is achieved by hitting the ball off the centre of mass. So we're hitting it almost to the side of the ball and using the inside of our foot to wrap around that ball and generate spin. Once we've generated the spin, this creates a difference in pressure between the inside of the ball and the outside of the ball, and will tend to push the ball towards the direction of low pressure. Hopefully then this curves over the top of the wall and the keeper won't see the ball until the last minute.
A precisão é extraordinária. Ele faz a bola rodar sobre um eixo vertical perfeito e esta desvia-se da sua trajetória normal a direito, em mais de 3 metros. Mas Ronaldo é, talvez, mais famoso pelo seu devastador remate em força.
If we then take a look at the way Cristiano hits his knuckleball, this is a free kick where very little spin is imparted to the ball.
Play.
What we then get is a contact more towards the ankle joint centre. This, of course, is going to generate less spin to the ball.
Atingir o centro da bola sem a fazer girar coloca-a numa trajetória em linha reta. Porém, no último segundo, a bola desvia-se da rota.
It's a really danger for the keepers because it's impossible to understand the trajectory of the ball.
He hits it with the laces and the ball floats as well. So it has a double effect. It comes down very late, but during the whole move of the kick, it moves sideways.
If the ball spinning, it's easier. Difficult to catch, but easier to understand the trajectory.
Tudo depende da aerodinâmica e o segredo do remate em força de Ronaldo está nas costuras. Quando a bola gira depressa, estas não provocam qualquer efeito. Mas quando não gira, podem colher o vento de um lado e não do outro. É o suficiente para fazer a bola desviar-se.
The slight movement of the ball in the air can generate the movement of the seams to generate a turbulence that varies from one side to the other side of the ball, makes it almost impossible for the keeper to react into which way it's going to move first.
How does it feel being a goalkeeper when he strikes the ball straight on?
This strike is very hard to read, obviously. The ball flies like a balloon, you know, it goes left, right, up and down.
Because the ball move around, they can't, you know,
Really-
save blood or the finger, you
It's-
understand? It's difficult because the ball move a lot.
I think sometimes it makes goalkeepers scared when when you see Cristiano coming.
Brilliant. Well done, Josie.
So this is what Dudek would have seen in goal. This is perhaps the cues that he might get to pick up on.
The amount of weight and pressure on the standing foot before he strikes with his right foot, that's got to be huge.
It's fairly large. We're talking round about 30 stone going through his foot there.
So how comes the bones don't break?
As you saw before as well, very, very strong musculature. He flexes that leg slightly on impact. As we then come towards this point here, all the energy that we've stored in this segment around the pelvis and around the thigh then gets translated through the knee. That power flows through the knee to whip through to the ball. Very much if you imagine like a cowboy with a whip. He moves his arm and then stops it. The end of the whip goes so fast. Ronaldo moves his thigh very fast, then stops it, and the end of the foot comes through so quick.
Analisando o pontapé de frente, torna-se claro que a postura de Ronaldo também é decisiva.
I have a phrase that I call the pillar, which is basically the crutch to the top of your head. If that pillar is straight, and it is with Ronaldo, particularly on his spot kicking, and his legs are an extension of that line, even though you might tilt it on its side, okay, there is still that flexion type of movement. Coupled that with the fact that his body moves through the ball, you've got a pretty potent power model there.
Mas que velocidade é que essa força gera? Andy concebeu um teste invulgar para descobrir. Com base num episódio da infância de Ronaldo, são colocados 6 painéis de vidro, junto a um medidor de velocidade. Ronaldo vai rematar para este alvo de vidro.
What was it like as a kid smashing windows?
Well, when I'm a kid, I think I'm break just one glass of one neighbor. It was very, very big problem because when I'm arriving home, my mom kicked my ass.
This is the perfect situation where you can smash glass and everyone's happy.
Okay. No, it's not a problem. Nobody gonna kick my ass, so I'm happy.
As much power as possible so we can smash them glasses. Ronaldo, this is your chance to take your free kick with no restrictions. Nothing at all is going to hold you back.